there's another Ghost Rider out there, or at least there was. I am so stoked about this. We now know that Ghost Rider in the Marvel Cinematic Universe is more of a legacy character. But the question remains, which Ghost Rider was it? Was it Johnny Blaze or Daniel Ketch? First off, I want to give you a little bit of a backstory to what I'm talking about. On the last night's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. entitled The Good Samaritan, we learned, as was previously mentioned, that Robbie and Gabe were involved in a drive-by shooting, and that's how Gabe became paralyzed. It turns out that Robbie did die in that shootout. He flew from his car, and still alive at this point. He hoped that Gabe would be all right, and that someone will look after him, and said, "Anyone, God or anyone who can hear me, please save Gabe." We don't see anyone on screen. Robbie does say that someone did answer and offered him a deal. We have to assume it is Mephisto at this point. Sure enough, Robbie hits the pavement, and a Good Samaritan does ride up in a motorcycle, pulls Gabe out of the car, and then touches Robbie, and Robbie's alive again. Well, it turns out that this Good Samaritan was Ghost Rider. The question is, as I said, which Ghost Rider was it? So I want to look at both of them, Johnny Blaze and Daniel Ketch, and that will set up a good argument for each side. I'm going to start with Danny Ketch. They're implying that the Ghost Rider essence is passed down from person to person. Forget what's happened in the comics, that's what's implying. It's still up in the air if this is even Zarathos who is possessing these individuals. It also does work with what Coulson has already said, that he's heard folklore and urban legend about this Ghost Rider. So, going back on topic, what I do notice is that if that's the case, then it stands to logic that originally, if you want to follow the chain, it was Johnny Blaze, then Danny Ketch, skipping Alejandra, thank God, and then Robbie Reyes. I'm already counting out Alejandra as one, she was never popular, and two, it was obvious that the Ghost Rider was a male. So that could work in that favor. Plus, we never really seen the Danny Ketch Ghost Rider on screen. We have seen a boy named Danny in Ghost Rider Spirits of Vengeance, but it's never really emphasized that it's Danny Ketch, although most people assume it is. Now, the argument to make for Johnny Blaze as being this particular Ghost Rider. Well, one, although it's not really much to look at, it looked exactly like the Ghost Rider from the movies. And there have been some rumors stating that Nicolas Cage was supposed to make a cameo. Even though we didn't see this Ghost Rider's human form, and there is talk that the Ghost Rider movies are canon, although not officially confirmed, it is possible that this is indeed Johnny Blaze passing on to Robbie. This being said, there are arguments that can be made on both ends of the spectrum. It remains to be seen. We also don't know that if the essence was passed to Robbie, although he says it was, the other Ghost Rider created another Ghost Rider as he drove off into the night. So I guess we're going to have to wait to find out what's going on here. I would love to see it as a legacy character. I want to know more about this other Ghost Rider. If a Ghost Rider spin-off series that's been discussed does happen, we might find out. Or a Ghost Rider Netflix series. Anyway, guys, that's my take on last night's episode. And I'll see you next time.